How is it going, my heroes, my villains, and everybody in between? Sean Ross here, and welcome back, guys, to another live reaction to My Hero Academia. We are on manga chapter number 286, and unlike last week, I have the chapter title in front of me, which is The Ones Within Us.
Shigaraki, I am here to provide you with help.
Go away. Disappear.
Now that title makes it sound like we might be dealing with some vestiges in this chapter. And that would kind of make sense because on the one hand, we could be talking about the vestiges of One for All within Deku, but then on the other, we could be talking about the All for One vestige within Shigaraki.
Do it.
Either way, I'm just hyped and excited to see where this week's chapter is going to go because we are coming off of an amazing chapter last week that ended off on giving us a great Bakugo hero moment, watching his body move before it had a chance to think, and him rushing in to save Deku from Shigaraki's attack.
Their bodies moved before they had a chance to think. Almost on their own.
We ended off on such an amazing moment. But now, going into this chapter, my main question is how is Deku going to react to this situation? Because we all remember how pissed and angry Deku was when Shigaraki attacked Gran Torino. And now the same thing kind of happened with Kacchan. So I'm half expecting Deku to just explode with anger and just charge at Shigaraki and just try to hit him with everything that he's got, despite the fact that his arms are basically destroyed at this point.
I can see the future!
It just keeps getting crazier and crazier with each new chapter, and I just can't wait to see what Horikoshi has in store for us this week. So, mount ladies and gentle criminals, without further ado, let's dive right into chapter 286. All right. Here we go. Picking up right where last chapter left off, and we just have two zoomed in panel shots on the faces of both Deku and Bakugo.
Kacchan, no! Hurry up. Go. You damn nerd.
Stop trying to win this on your own. Yo, that's a reversal right there, having Bakugo saying that to Deku. Basically saying, this fight isn't just you against him. We all can just join in the fight together. Just because you have One for All does not mean the burden rests on your shoulders. We could fight together, but I don't know if Bakugo will be able to fight after taking that hit. Damn. Meanwhile, Shigaraki with his burnt-ass body just shaking his head back and forth. Cut it out. Cut it out. Going full on Joey from Full House with that piece of dialogue right there. But it's basically Shigaraki trying to shake All for One loose, trying to get him out of his head.
This is my body! Do you understand? Back! I'm calling the shots from now on, Hank. I don't need you to fight my battles for me.
Trying to regain the controls and say, this is my body. Thanks for the assistance, but I'll take it from here. And then we just see the activation clause just being retracted and taken out of Bakugo. And we just see Bakugo free falling back down to the ground. And Deku still in shock. Can't believe Bakugo did that for him, trying to say, Kacchan.
Flame on!
Coming out of nowhere, Todoroki with the save. Let's go. He saved both Endeavor and Bakugo before they could slam back down on the ground.
You're flying!
This isn't flying, this is falling with style.
That's impressive, Todoroki. Very nice.
This is fine.
And then just seeing more smoke coming off of the burnt, crispy body of Shiggy. But you can see the regeneration start to kick in. The top of his head, the hair is starting to grow back. My, this battle today. So much blood spilled for no good reason.
What did you say?
Is that All For One speaking right there? That doesn't sound like Shigaraki dialogue. Is All For One speaking through Shigaraki right now? And we just see Deku still in shock, has not moved, still trying to assess and figure out what the hell just happened in this situation. But All For One / Shiggy is now relaunching the activation clause at Deku. That last bit being the most pointless of all.
Look!
Yo, look at these panels right here. We can see the past injured of Aizawa, Gran Torino, and Ryukyu, but the borders on the panels are getting erratic. Deku's going to lose his shit. When you use this power out of anger, it'll really start working for you. What really matters is controlling your heart.
Oh, shit!
No. Deku's gonna lose it. Deku is going to explode with anger.
Torino! Eraser! Gotcha! I'm gonna kill you!
Holy shit, Deku. Holy shit. Look at that double page spread. He's gone full animalistic. Pure anger and rage is fueling Deku right here. And it looks like Black Whip is just enveloping his face and head. Did he just bite down and crunch through Shigaraki's activation clause? He has one of them in his mouth.
What the? I didn't even see what happened.
And he's even ripping them off with his arms. Yo. That right there is payback. Because Shigaraki bit down on Deku's arm not only a few chapters ago. That right there is payback for that bite. If you bite me, I'm going to bite you back. Yo, this double page spread is amazing. But Deku is absolutely losing it right here. His emotions and anger are just taking over and fueling him at this point. It's like a berserk avatar state with the way like his eyes are glowing. Yo, this is like an angry avatar state mixed with like Naruto with the Kyuubi, with the Nine Tails. That is insane, yo. And then just looking at Shigaraki, his head is starting to regenerate, but you can just tell he is shocked at what he's seeing. He's like, whoa, what is this animal before me right here? Let's go. Take it back. And he just crunches through one of the claws.
He's pissed.
Deku is pissed. Yeah! And Shigaraki looks like a burnt zombie in this panel right here. But you can see like a crack, a crevice, a canyon-sized crack going down his face.
Something must be wrong with my brain. Get out of my head! Leave my brain alone!
Never.
Speaking of All For One, you could see him through the crack on Shiggy's face.
I am here to provide you with help.
Oh, the artwork on this panel is amazing. I love how this looks.
Behold.
That is amazing. You have the shocked expression of Shigaraki on the outside, but on the inside, the evil grin of All For One on the inside. He's still there. He's still trying to maintain control of Shigaraki a little bit. That look on Shigaraki with him starting to regenerate, starting to heal up, it looks amazing. Like Horikoshi, the art right here, insane. And All For One gritting through, that is amazing.
Meanwhile...
No, we're cutting away. But we're going over to Gigantomachia as he's just bulldozing through one city right here. whatever city this is.
The scene below straight out of a nightmare!
I can't believe it! How is one person so powerful?
Sairo City, Osaka, Prefecture. The villain is rampaging through Sairo as if nothing's even there. He's destroying everything. Ah, did you see that? Ah, run! Run, ma'am! You have to run!
Run, bitch! Run!
I don't think anyone is going to be able to run out of the way from this rampaging behemoth. No matter who's in the path, they're going to die. They're all going to die. Master Scent. I smell too.
My master.
So Makia can smell and sense All for One within Shigaraki. Master! Master! He can sense two presence. And they're kind of like merged together. You have like the outer layer, which I'm guessing is Shigaraki, but the inner darker layer, that being All for One. And Makia can sniff it out. He can sense it. And then now we're going over to Jakku with the evacuation. Jakku City suburbs. The rescue squads and police will escort the citizens of Jakku. Heroes will proceed to intercept the giant villain. All evacuation, relief, and battle teams, get moving. So, the police will continue the evacuation, but all students and pro heroes are moving in on Makia.
We're gonna fucking die!
They're basically the last line of defense, but if the Mansion squad couldn't stop him, I highly doubt anyone here will be able to as well.
He's a walking disaster.
Well, good luck with that.
The heroes fighting Shigaraki don't know the whole situation. Comms are still down, so we can't get in touch with them. Pass the message. Then we got panel shots showing Nejire, Ida, Ochiko, Sue, Koda, and Manga running with all the other heroes trying to intercept Makia. Let's move. On the double. Any lives that can be saved must be saved. Feels like nothing has gotten better. Yo, is this Ochiko thinking this right now? Feels like nothing has gotten better. Ever since then, it's like the days are longer and the shadows have grown.
That doesn't matter. I have to do something and help him. There's no future except the one you create. I want to save people.
Yo. With Ochiko thinking this right here, thinking back to the start of it all with USJ, then showing the training camp, and then kind of, you know, the fall of All Might when he was fighting All for One, the situation from USJ, from that point on, just kept getting worse and worse. So with Ochiko thinking that, what is she going to do? What's her course of action with everything that's going on right here? And then just says, you guys. So she's thinking of something. She might have a plan or something that they can do in this moment. And now we're going back to Todoroki, who is screaming right here.
Meanwhile, back at the plot...
Oh no! I recognize that hand!
Mine.
Yo.
Bad touch! Bad touch! Stranger danger!
Shigaraki is touching Deku's face.
Touch.
That is not good. That is not good. And Shoto's just screaming Midoriya as he's free-falling down, holding on to Bakugo and Endeavor.
Get off of me!
Yeah, Shigaraki is placing his hand on Deku's face. But Deku is kind of latching on to Shigaraki with Black Whip. But you can see it. He's pulling the cork.
Oh, no!
He is trying to steal One for All right here. He's trying to suck Deku dry of it.
Suck him dry! Suck!
A little bit of phrasing with that comment, but he is really trying to suck out
Phrasing.
One for All. Will he be able to do that, though? Because from what All Might has told us, One for All can only be passed on willingly or forced upon willingly. It can't be stolen forcefully.
One for All can only be given to another person if you, the bearer, intend to pass it along. It's not something that can just be taken by force, although it can be transferred by force.
But how accurate is that information? Is All for One the exception? Can he actually steal the One for All quirk? Finally got a hold of you. One for All is mine.
When you think you can't go on anymore, look inside.
I'm in the spirit world.
Yo, we're going into the vestige spirit world right here. Deku is in the vestige world, in the dreamscape. And look at Deku's body. You can see more of it now. It's not all covered in the black mist. Because he increased his One for All control to 45%, it's no longer the top of his head and a little bit of his hand. He's now basically got both arms, his torso, and a little bit of his leg. Okay, so now we're going into the vestige world. What's gonna happen? This place.
Tomura. Shigaraki.
And Deku can see All for One in Shigaraki in the vestige dreamscape. Shigaraki, you stay in there. No, it's him.
So, you failed once more, Tomura. But you must not be discouraged. You'll try again. Start over as many times as it takes. I am here to provide you with help. All of this is for you.
Yo, look at this panel right here. I love the way this is drawn. Seeing the ghost of All for One, the apparition just coming and forming out of Shigaraki, basically being the devil on his shoulder, speaking to him, trying to keep the control, trying to say like, Shigaraki, like, I'm here for you. Don't just toss me aside. Don't be like that, Tomura. Besides, I clearly had to lend you my strength. You nearly burned to cinders, and even after surviving that, you would have plummeted to your death. Just shut up already. It's like I said, Master. I'm running the show now. This is my dream. And he is saying that as he's just glaring in Deku's direction.
No, this is not over. Just you wait. The game is still mine. Go away. Disappear.
Get out of my head! Leave my brain alone!
I like the fact that Shigaraki is fighting for control, not allowing All for One to be in the driver's seat. He's like, you had your turn with this quirk, Master. Now it's my turn. This is my dream. This is my body. You don't call the shots anymore. Now, it's my turn.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
And Deku, he's trying to move. Deku tried to step forward, but he fell down. Now he's trying to like claw his way over to where All for One and Shigaraki are.
Hello there.
Yo, here we go. That glove, that is Nana Shimura's glove. It has to be. You can't move in this world yet.
You went down a long, hard road to obtain this power. Of course it's gonna take a lot of work to master it. Your past. Remember where you came from. Keeping your origin in mind will help push you past your limit. Remember why it is you clench your fist. You're kinda crazy.
Let's go. Nana Shimura is here with Deku. So let us handle this. Yo, we are getting Nana Shimura. This is what I've been waiting for. I have wanted a moment like we got with Banjo, with Black Whip. Because Deku activated Black Whip, he got to talk with Banjo. But now, because he activated Float, he has Nana Shimura coming to him in this moment But it gets even better than that. She is placing her hand on the back of Deku's head.
Touch.
That is just like what she did with Shigaraki a few chapters back when he was walking towards All for One.
Identical.
Yo, the parallel with that right there, that is awesome. Yo, and I love how this double page spread looks. I love the angle it's drawn at. Nana Shimura looks amazing. She is here to help Deku. But the line of dialogue is interesting. You can't move in this world, which we already knew, but she says, yet. You can't move in this world yet. So let us handle this. What is she meaning by us? Like, her and Deku? Or is she meaning, like, the other vestiges? Are all the other past users going to pop up and assist Deku? Are we about to see, like, a Vestige Spirit World fight right here? All the One For All Vestige users squaring up against the All For One Vestige. Yo, if that's the case, that is so hype. Yo. That is the end of this chapter. Next chapter hits October 11th.
This power has been passed on from hero to hero, each praying that it will bring joy and peace to humanity. That One For All will give the world hope. And now it is your turn. Do your best.
Yo, I am looking forward to seeing what's going to go down in this Vestige Spirit World with Nana Shimura and Deku, and then All For One and Shigaraki. Because will he see Nana Shimura standing there behind Deku? How is that going to affect him? Will he realize, my grandmother is over there assisting the user of One For All? Is she going to talk with Shigaraki? Is she going to get that chance to talk with her grandson? Could it lead to anything? Like to helping Shigaraki maybe overcome and overpower All For One's vestige? Yo, I have so many questions going along with this, but this has me so hyped going into next chapter. But I loved everything we got here. Berserk Deku looked amazing. He was feral, he was angry, he was pissed. Basically went angry avatar state, which I absolutely loved. Shigaraki looking like a zombie and All For One trying to take control was great. But Ochako, that little cutaway, going to that side, I'm curious to see what that's going to lead to. Because Ochako has been studying the situation. She's even pointed out, since USJ, things have just gotten worse and worse and worse. So in this moment, as they're rushing to go stop Makia, what does Ochako have in store? What is she concocting plan-wise? I'm curious to see on what she plans to do. And then I can't wait to see the continuation of this Spirit World fight. But Battle for Control, that is about to go down. So with that, guys, that right there is my live reaction to chapter 286 of My Hero Academia. But now I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts on the events of this chapter. Everything dealing with Berserk Avatar State Deku, with Ochako seeming to be coming up with a plan as they move towards Makia, and then with the last bit of this chapter dealing with Shigaraki stealing One For All, and how that's going to factor into the Vestige Dreamscape with Nana Shimura, Deku, All For One, and Shigaraki. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below, and feel free to subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon. That way you guys can be alerted for every new MHA reaction that pops up on the channel. But if you guys want to talk about other things or talk about MHA outside of YouTube, feel free to also follow me over on Twitter. A link to my Twitter account can also be found in the description down below. But that's going to do it for me here, guys. So until next week, when we have chapter 287 of My Hero Academia, I'll talk to you guys next time. But remember, go beyond plus ultra.